Hey everyone, this is Armitris with Armitris Photography. I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about my aha moment. I was really pleasantly surprised today. So I have decided to do the Front Steps project, and I decided to limit it to my neighborhood. And the way the project works is, as a photographer, I go around and I photograph my neighbors sitting on their front steps. The neighbors are given family portraits, and those are free of charge. And in return, they are asked to make a donation to a charity. I gave them 4 charities to choose from, and there are 4 charities that I support: Atlanta Community Food Bank, Project Open Hand, which is now called Open Hand Atlanta. And Open Hand Atlanta, they package and deliver meals to individuals who are unable to cook for themselves or go shopping for themselves. And so they deliver healthy meals to them. Those individuals might have compromised immune systems, they may be the elderly, or they may be disabled. The other charity was Students Without Mothers. They award scholarships to students who have lost their moms. And every year, AT&T hosts a scholarship banquet for them, and I've been photographing that banquet for about the last 3 years now. And the 4th charity was Nicholas House. And Nicholas House I just discovered in December. What I like about Nicholas House, they are a homeless shelter, but they allow adult males and teenage boys to stay at the house. So whereas a lot of homeless shelters separate families, Nicholas House has a goal of keeping them together. And what I really liked was when I found out about them, I met a single dad who was raising his family, and he had young girls and teenage boys and the family, and Nicholas House allowed him to stay with his children and be there during a difficult time. He's now back on his feet. They have their own home, but his story really touched me, and so Nicholas House became one of my favorite places as well. So with that being said, there's a lot of benefits to this project. The families get portraits, the charities get a donation. But the biggest benefit that I found, which was a surprise for me, was the opportunity to meet my neighbors. I live in a large subdivision, a lot of neighbors. Some of them have right down the street. They've been living here as long as I have. And, I see them in passing. I wave at them. I've watched their kids grow up. But I don't interact with them a lot because I'm single and I don't have any children. So usually, I go to work, I come home, I go hang out with my friends, outside of my subdivision. So it has really, really been a pleasure to get to know my neighbors. That was a huge surprise for me. I see them. Also, I do their Santa photos. But when we do the Santa photos, it's really rushed. So you don't really have time to talk to the parents. You're trying to get the kids to smile, get to catch pictures of the babies while they're crying, and hopefully they don't melt down too much and run away from Santa. But you're doing those kind of things. So I don't get a chance to really interact with the parents and my neighbors. So this has been a real treat to do this project. That's been one of the biggest benefits for me as a photographer and just as a neighbor out here in my subdivision, was getting to know people, seeing their smiles, and just interacting with them. So it did get me out of the house. I'm protecting myself, Mom. So I take my mask with me. I'm shooting with my long lens. So I'm usually across the street, or I'm shooting from the street or from across the street. That's just how long the lens is. And, I take my mask in case anybody's walking up and down the street. I can protect myself. And, of course, there's no interaction with me and the families. We're not touching or anything like that. We're talking, and the portraits will be put up in email for them to access and download. So with that being said, if you are a photographer out there, go and do this. It has really been a treat. I've got a couple of more days left of this in my subdivision. We've got a big subdivision, so I kind of split it up by zones, and I shoot one zone per day. And usually I try to shoot after 4 o'clock so I can get a little bit of the evening light if possible. And but had a ball today. Really enjoyed meeting the neighbors, and today and yesterday, and looking forward to meeting some more of my neighbors over the next couple of days. So you guys have a good one. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.